I'm not used to, well, I got mine going, but I'm not really used to like doing an introduction on a vlog. I just get right in and be like, what's going on, everybody?
Okay, we'll do that. Hey guys, I'm here with D-Mogul in Texas.
I have Pertaining to Rose here with me today. Normally, a lot of you guys don't ever really see me vlog. Actually, I'm a bit socially awkward with vlogging, so that's why I don't vlog that much. But today I'm here with Rose, and we're just sitting and chatting today, just talking about, you know, whatever we want to talk about today. So.
And this is actually going on PTR Adventures, my other channel. So PTR is Pertaining to Rose, but I have 2 channels.
So if you want to check her out, we'll have a link in the description for both channels after this video is uploaded, and just give her a check out. You know, she's got some good videos on both channels and some reels. No, not reels. Shorts.
I got a question that's not pertaining to the YouTube channels, but what is the tower thing out there at the end of the parking lot?
Talking about with the police.
Yeah, it looks like a police logo on it.
They use that to like monitor, I guess, because like theft and stuff like that. They'll have a police officer that sits in the tower that will kind of like watch everything that's going on.
Oh wow.
And sometimes there's not a police officer in there, just have cameras, but a lot of times they'll have one, usually during the holidays, they'll have somebody in there, and if something happens, they can spot it and respond to it faster. So
that
it doesn't always
pretty
work.
Cool. I might do a short on that when I go out there. I seen that, I was like, what is that?
Yeah, they've been around here for some years. I know some people in some states are like they've never seen them before, because I guess the crime rate is a lot lower.
Right.
So you don't see them that often. So.
Oh yeah, because we're in Dallas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so it is very busy. Some of the roads got flooded out. That's how bad it was.
Oh yeah.
So I was really shocked at the flooding down here just from that storm.
Yeah, they got some pretty bad thunderstorms around. Well, yeah, it is April, so yeah, there'll be some bad thunderstorms this month. It'll probably get a little worse next month, and then by the time summer, it'll just be scorching hot.
Why don't you tell my viewers what you do on your channel, because I'm going to drop his name in the description link, and when he comments on my video, I will pin his comment, so you can just touch his picture and go right over and subscribe to him.
Okay, so on my channel, what I do is filmmaking. Sometimes I do like fun, interesting B-roll segments. Sometimes I'm just walking around vlogging, maybe popping some popcorn one day. I do a variety of everything, but primarily it's filmmaking. I do reviews of mics, and I do photography. So if you're interested in tech reviews and photography, and stop on my channel.
I don't know nothing about cameras, but watching his channel, I've learned about cameras. He really gets into the nitty-gritty and tells you about things you just don't understand. Relating to photography and stuff, I mean, it was really interesting to watch.
Yeah. I really like watching your channel a lot too, because you'll talk about some things I don't ever really think about, and so I was sitting there and I'm just like, huh, I never really thought about that. And so like it's really interesting. I even got my wife watching your channel. She really enjoyed the little part you sent me. She was like, oh, that's sweet, you know. So I was like, oh, yeah. Well, she's a nice person.
He sent me a microphone. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it. I should put that link in the description too, because the microphone was really a blessing. It really was. It
was hard to figure out what to send you, and I was like, I really want to send you something.
It's purple.
And I was like, oh, you know what? Because it says, I think it was, well, on the mic it said, I'm not sure if it said Rose on the mic. I'm not sure if that was the color of it. But
I think that was the color.
The color was, so when I seen it, I was like, this is it.
Because it is like a pinkish purplish color, you know, so that, I wish I would have had it with me, but I don't have my laptop with me.
My sister was like, oh, I want that one. I was like, no, I'm sending this to Rose.
He
sorry.
I gave it away. It went to me. I'm sorry.
She was like, okay.
Please forgive me.
But I have so many microphones. I'm actually doing a review on a Phoenix Pro. It's the drum kit microphones. It's a 7-piece drum kit, and I talked to a buddy of mine, and we reserved some space at a church next Tuesday. And so I'm gonna record him playing the drums on these microphones to test them out, which is gonna be pretty cool.
That will be awesome.
I've been waiting like 3 weeks to figure out what I was gonna do with these mics. I requested them because they were like, oh, just tell us the next thing you want and we'll see what we can do. And I was like, I want the 7-piece mic set. And they're like, all right, we'll send it out to you. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I've had them, and I was like, I haven't took any pictures, I haven't filmed anything. And I was like, man, they're gonna be mad because I got this mic set and haven't done anything to show for it. And my buddy was like, okay, we got some space over at the church. We can film and put some content out. So
this has been my little test drive around the country doing meetups with YouTube, and I got a surprise coming up. I can't tell you about it yet. I kind of want to get it in the works before I spill the beans. I don't want to jinx myself. But this is my test drive for that thing coming up. So it might be a big surprise for all of you.
I'm interested in seeing what that is.
Yeah.
Really interested.
Wait until I lay it all out there. You're all going to be surprised.
I wonder if it's going to be a new camera.
No. I don't know how to work a camera. So my very first computer was a Dell computer.
Okay.
And we got it brand new. Well, they came in, they set it up, and then they left. So my daughter comes home, and I'm sitting at the desk. This was years ago. And I got the keyboard up, and I'm looking underneath the keyboard. And she goes, Mother, what are you doing? I said, I'm trying to figure out how to turn it on and off. I can't turn on the computer. She goes, well, you know, we called it a processor.
Yeah.
Years ago, it was a processor. She goes, well, the button would be on the tower. I'm like, the tower of what? You know, is this like the Tower of Babel? What is this?
Yeah.
It's I see a monitor and I see a keyboard. Mm-hmm. She goes, no, it's on the tower. I had no clue. I was like, that's a processor. Mm-hmm. And it's a tiny one. To me, that was tiny. It was like, I'm talking about 1.5 tone, about this wide back then.
Yeah.
And now they're just real little skinny things. Back in my day, a processor filled a room. You know?
Yeah, they were pretty big back then.
Yeah, but that's how clueless when it comes to technology. My kids are still shocked that I figured out how to use my phone to get onto YouTube. And it was simple using my phone. Keep it easy for me, Mac.
Yeah. Well, you know, since you were able to get the hang of a phone, it might be good in hands-on with a tablet or an iPad.
Well, my daughter did buy me a tablet, and I'm doing really well with it. Well, it's not a tablet. I'm sorry, it's a laptop.
Laptop?
Yeah, it's a laptop. So I am doing well with that, and I can get on. I can Google, and I can, you know, DuckDuckGo or whatever, go into different search engines. And I'm not that clueless, but back in those days, I was very clueless.
I've heard some different takes on like dealing with computers from a lot of different people over the years, and it's always interesting to me because when I was 9 and 10, I was so head deep in like computer technology. I was building my own computers, I was tearing apart computers, I was installing code and software, and even my brother, he works as a Linux administrator right now, and when someone, I always expect everybody to know. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but I don't judge anybody if they don't.
Right.
So if they don't know, I just get surprised and go, really? And so then it's like kind of exciting because I'm like, okay, so this is what you do. It's like a teaching moment, so it gets exciting for me. But then some people, I've had them like, I'm not stupid. And I'm like, I didn't tell you where. I'm just like really excited to show you what I know now, because now I know something you don't, and I want to teach you. But I always think it's interesting when people don't know, and I know something, because I always felt like I was more of the dumb guy when I was younger. And so I felt like I always had to look up to every person I ran into. Like they always knew something more than me. And when someone doesn't know anything, I'm like, really? Actually know something? So it's always
So you
interesting.
always felt inferior?
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I look to you as like, he's that little intelligent guy. You know what I mean? If I have a question, he would know it.
Even now with the channel and filmmaking, I feel so much smaller. Even if somebody tells me like, "Oh, this was great," I'm like, "Really?" You know, I feel surprised, even though maybe I shouldn't.
No.
Like earlier when I came here,
You
he was
really
like,
shouldn't, because you're very highly intelligent.
some days I feel intelligent and other days I don't. Even when you said, like when I came in, he was like, "Oh, you look good," and I was like, "Really? Like, do I?" Like, I'm surprised. Like, do I really look that? I guess I look okay. You know, I don't feel okay, but
You have to stop thinking about that yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta start thinking above. I don't worry about makeup and doing my hair and all that. Of course, I'm living in my truck while doing this little experiment of mine.
yeah.
So it has been really rough, especially the thunderstorms last night and today has been horrifying.
Yeah, I was a little concerned for you when
Yeah.
I started hearing that thunder crack. We went to Starbucks, and it was clear skies, and it was just down the street. And we started coming back, and it was pouring. I started thinking, I was like, "Oh man, you're in
The
this."
wind was blowing my truck all over and those tractor trailers. Let me tell you, truck drivers in Texas think it's the Grand Prairie. Let me tell you, I've never seen truck drivers drive like this, but they weaved in and out of traffic more than the cars did. And I was shocked. I was like, no. Truck drivers stay on the right 2 lanes as truck drivers. The rest is cars.
Yeah.
It keeps us safe for all of us, different speeds, you know. They were just blowing in and out of traffic coming down through here. And the wind was pushing me sideways. Their trailers are going back and forth. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get off the road.
Yeah, it's definitely really bad. I actually filmed some clips the other day. I was on the highway, and I looked at my map, and it's usually the number is green when it's smooth sailing.
Right.
And so I'm going. I was like, "Oh, I need to get gas." So I pulled off for like 10 minutes. I get back on. It was a wreck already. I was like, ambulance blocking all 3 lanes, and so there's only 1 lane available. So I turned my phone on because I'm like, as soon as I get past it, I want to record what's going on. And
I can't do that while I'm driving, because I would have to hold my phone up, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can't do that while I'm driving. So usually I find a place to pull over. I'll do a quick vlog or a quick short, one of the two, and let everybody know where I'm at and where I'm sleeping at for the night. Like Love's. I did stay at Love's parking lot, for those who were wondering. Love's has a 2-hour customer parking only.
Really?
You cannot sit there longer than 2 hours. But because of the weather, they did not come out and harass me, thank God. So I got to sleep there all night. Now, when I went in this morning, they did tell me that I was parked where the employees park.
Oh, wow.
And they wanted to make sure I had enough trash bags so I would take my trash with me. And I said, don't worry, I did not leave no trash. But they were nice about it. They were nice. But they let me know that they knew I slept in their parking lot. So I was surprised they didn't kick me out. I did get to sleep there, and I slept pretty good with the rain.
I always wondered about that, because when we travel from here to Arkansas, there's a few Love stations we stop at on the way, and sometimes we'll be sleepy, and I'm like, I wonder if we could just park out here and sleep, for like an hour. But knowing that you can sit out there for about an hour, 2 hours, I might actually do that.
Usually I stop at the rest stops. And let me tell you, the rain was so bad last night that I got off at Love's in Tyler, Texas. And I pulled off the road. I got my sleep for the night. I got back on the highway this morning, and 1 mile down the road was a rest stop.
Oh,
so I kept looking for rest stops, and I was on the road all day. I was like, Texas don't have no rest stops. What's going on? But it was literally 1 mile past where I got off the road at. I could have went there because it's more quieter at a rest stop. You might hear a truck coming in the middle of the night and shutting down. But other than that, it's very quiet there. And of course, you got the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Are right there. And usually they have running water if you need water somewhere, you know. No, I didn't turn on my do not disturb. It's telling me my battery's low.
Battery's going. we got 14% left. We're good.
We're good. We're gonna keep going. It's a lot of fun. Oh, but anyways, back to what I was saying about I don't do my makeup and my hair anymore. I don't worry about all that. I don't care what people think. People watch me because they like my personality or whatever. And if they don't like my personality, they don't have to watch me.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't look that I have to be best with anybody else.
Yeah.
Like you said, you thought that, you thought everybody thought higher than you or something.
Yeah.
That's not true. Let me tell you, that is definitely not true.
I always feel it's an ongoing state of mind since I was a kid. No matter how hard I try to get rid of it, I always see myself as like somebody else who's better than me.
You gotta cast that thought down. Just every time it comes to mind, just say I cast that thought down and force yourself to think about something else.
Yeah.
And eventually those thoughts will stop coming. You're training your brain to not think those thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I need to put that into practice more often.
And you know what? Your wife likes you for who you are. Your family likes you for who you are.
Yeah.
You're already the better man there. You have to start thinking of yourself that way.
Yeah.
We think of you that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's like in a way I know. But it's for some reason it's so hard. But I am trying. I'm trying to focus differently and think differently and approach the aspect of me actually being better than what I think I am differently. It's hard though. It's gotten harder now because of the MS and stuff like that. Like it does affect my mental state at times. And so then I'm like, I didn't think I was anything before. So now I'm not anything, And so then I have to I get in an argument with my wife, and then she's like, "You're better than this. You always think you're less." And she gives me that pep talk, and my sister will give me the pep talk. Then I'm like, I bounce back. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good," But as you notice, I haven't put out a video in forever. It's been 2 months.
Why is that?
It's just my situation.
Because you have really great videos. You have been doing the shorts and the reels, though, correct?
Yeah, I've been doing shorts.
And you can also find them on Instagram. It's D-Mogul on Instagram.
Yeah, D-Mogul on Instagram. It would just be my face with me holding glasses like this. So, I know when people type my name and a lot of other stuff comes up, and it's hard to really explain. Okay, this is my Instagram handle. It's just
and you
D-Mogul.
can look me up on Instagram as pertaining to Rose or Rose McConnell.
I mean, how did we meet? It was through Nick Nimmin, wasn't it?
Through what?
Nick Nimmin?
You know what? I think it was through Nick Nimmin. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, when did I? And I was like, oh, it was that? Because I think we're both on that video where he was roasting my channel. He was roasting my channel for 10 minutes. He was like, oh yeah, you got this video.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. I totally forgot where I met everybody at because most of them I've been subscribed to most people's channels 3-4 years easily.
Yeah, I think it's almost 2 years now because I think that was August 2020 maybe. Might have been August.
You have incredible memory, don't you?
My memory is horrible compared to what it used to be. Man.
Way better than mine, apparently.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, when did I meet you? And I was like, I remember it was on that video. I think a few people came and subscribed to me after he roasted my channel, and I think you were one of them. And then I subscribed to you, and I've been watching your stuff ever since. I don't always get the comment.
I didn't roast your channel. I was the good child.
Yeah, I was like, man, he's really going in. I was like, nobody's gonna want to watch my channel now. I was like, but
this is impressive. I can't believe you remembered that.
I don't know why. I don't know how I remembered it just now. I was thinking about it. I was like, huh, that was then. But yeah, it's almost 2 years now. I've been on YouTube for 3.5 years. I've been on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been on 3.5, 4 years, something like that.
I actually started a channel back in 2006 because it was YouTube, and then Google bought YouTube. YouTube started in 2005, and then when Google bought it, I set up a channel. I had the channel for 2 years, and I was just posting random stuff of my ex-wife, and then I ended up deleting that channel, and I tried to start another channel again, and then I ended up deleting that one, and I finally, in 2018, I was like, you know, I'm gonna do this, and I'm not gonna stop. But the hard part, when I did it, I started my channel. Everything, my whole life fell apart right after that. Everything just fell apart for me. And every year it's been kind of like that ever since. And it's weird because like when you see me on YouTube, you're like, oh yeah, he's got all this stuff, he's doing all these things. But before I started my channel, everything was better than my life is now.
Right.
And I'm like, what, am I supposed to not do this? Or is it just supposed to be really hard? You know, like, it's the weirdest thing. But, you know, if we keep at what we want to do, eventually we'll get to a point where, you know, we're able to like monetize, you know, on what we're trying to do and be better. You know, I say these things, but then deep inside I still feel like I'm less than what I am. But
well, for some reason I thought I met you through, what's her sorry, I'm having a moment, that does the beats.
oh, No Lid Creations.
What is it?
Her name is, she goes by Erica, but her channel is No Lid Creations.
Yeah, No Lid Creations. That's who we met through, I thought.
No, actually.
Because you're on her channel, and I'm on her channel. Or maybe I saw you on her channel afterwards.
Yeah, she actually came to my channel because I started watching My Friend I Make Beats, and then people that was on this channel came to my channel, and then I started following her channel, watching hers. And then I think I shared a few of your videos. Like every time I share some videos of different people, I know a lot of people in our mind, they'll go over and start commenting on the channels. And I think that's might be how she got onto yours, because I shared a few of your videos, and then she started watching your channel. And the same thing with T Jolly. I shared a few T Jolly videos, and then she started watching T Jolly's channel. So like I'll go to everybody's channels. I'm like, hey, all these people I know are going to people's channels.
We need to do a big YouTube meetup somewhere.
Yeah.
When all of us come together.
We just had a, I wish you would have come, wish you would have been able to make it here last week, because there was a big, we call it Coffee and Creators, and a YouTuber named Sydney DeYong's on. He lives in McKinney. He's probably about, I guess maybe 30, 45 minutes away from here. But he hosts a meetup every month. He was doing every 3 months, but he's gonna do it every month now.
Oh, wow.
And last week on Wednesday, or no, Thursday last week. Sorry, hold on. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to answer that later. Thursday last week.
His watch is calling him.
Yeah, I was like, why's my hand shaking? Thursday last week, we had a meetup, we drank coffee, we all talked. And not everybody's a filmmaker or photographer.
Right.
He is, but there's one guy who's a musician, another dude who does painting and artwork, and some people who do like, what is it called, where people like design interiors of houses?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Where they,
Interior
like,
design, yeah.
Yeah, interior. That's what it was. Interior design. So like it's different people, but they all watch him because at the end of the day, most people they are going to. Even if your niche is something else,
right,
you're gonna want to know something about a camera at some point, how to film something. And so the camera niche is popular around every genre because someone wants to know, well, how do I film that? How do I put that together with video? You know. And so they were all there, and one guy won a light because he did a giveaway. But I think he's gonna have another one next month. I'm not sure when it's gonna be, but if you happen to decide to come this way again, you know, that'll be.
Well, I'll keep in touch with you about that.
I'll send you, as soon as I see the post, I'll send it to you. Usually he posts like a week from the time, so I'm not sure like how, like if you'll be able to show up or not. Because like when he posted the last time, it was on a Sunday, and I was like, oh my God, it's coming, it's 4 days away. I don't think he was ready for it. Like he was just kind of like, oh man, I have time, I can do this, you know. Because sometimes it's like that. And the time before that, we did virtual.
Right.
We all got on a Zoom and we were just talking because we didn't want to, because so many other things are going on. we didn't all want to get together in the same room. So, but this last time we were actually at a coffee shop.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I would definitely want to do something like that. And I would drive down to that.
Yeah.
I would definitely. Hopefully by then I'll have my RV.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I want to get an RV. No more of this camping in my truck. It's been crazy in the truck, let me tell you.
Man.
And there are seat belts that stick out. You know where you plug your seatbelt into?
Oh, like if you lay down, they're like...
Yeah, if you're laying down, they're always there. You can't, it's in a truck, you can't push them up into the seat. They're not movable like that.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, it's like I'm shoving pillows and stuff against them, and that gives me less room. And then, of course, I'm just a little longer than the width of my truck, so it's like you're always got to find a way to prop your legs this way and then prop them that way.
There is a... I'll ask my wife when I get back. She always has some weird, great idea for how to do everything. So I might be able to ask her and see if she knows a solution for you.
Well, I was going to buy like a lounge. You know the cushions they put on outdoor lounge chairs? I was going to buy one of those and put it down. And I thought, oh no, I'll wait till I get home and think about that. I really wish I would have. That would have been more comfortable.
That definitely would have been a really good option.
Yeah. And then of course the seat is angled, you know, like this. So it adjusts for your lumbar. And there's no way to make it flat when you're sleeping.
Man.
So you're always kind of like crooked to one side.
Oh man, that's tough. And is it like a single cab or is it like a extended cab?
Extended cab. I have the back seat, which is pretty much the same issue, but all my junk is in the back seat right now. So I've been sleeping and I put the console up and I stretch across the front seat. And I got my pillow and my fuzzy blanket and everything's right there where I need it.
Man, this must be it's got to be a really interesting experience to be able to travel around. You've only been on the East Coast though, right?
So far.
I've always wanted to do something similar, but I just never had the guts to do it. And
I'm hoping next time I go out, I want to go west.
Go west?
And then come down through, and then come back up the east side. That way I can re-hit up all the eastern, because I had a lot of people back out on me at the last chance. And I just think they're, a little iffy about meeting a stranger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I kept telling them, I'll meet you at McDonald's, I'll meet you at, a coffee house, somewhere outside. I'm not coming to your house to sleep there. I'm not coming to move in. Definitely not.
I'm always leery when somebody wants to meet me. I'd be like, really? You want to talk to me? Like, what's in it? Like, what are we doing? Like, but.
I got a funny story for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Back to the computers. So, I had a long-haired dog. Actually, I had a bunch of dogs, but she was really long-haired. And then I had a couple of cats. My tower kept overheating, or my processor. Somebody told me, they said, well, you buy a vacuum and you vacuum it out. Vacuum around your hard drive, all that, vacuum all that dust out of there. I had a vacuum. So I took it apart, and I got the vacuum hose in there and was sucking it out. I had to take it to a repairman. He goes, who cleaned this for you? I said, I cleaned it. He said, how'd you clean it? I said, with the vacuum cleaner. That's what I was told to do. He goes, the vacuums they sell are this big. There's to clean out your hard drive and tower and stuff. They're like, it's this big. That's all the bigger the vacuum is.
I mean, you can use a bigger.
I had my old floor model out there with the hose, sucking it up.
You can use a bigger one. It's just you got to be really careful with it.
And I didn't know that. I was trying to get all the nitty gritty. You got those green cards with all the little
like
silver and bronze or whatever is on there. The little dots, and I'm in there vacuuming it and rubbing it across it. Just getting it clean. I might have wiped it down too with Windex. I don't remember.
Oh man.
But I really screwed it up. But they did fix it for me.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
My daughter's probably